Good morning, everyone. It's Emily here from All Things Divine. Nice to see you all again, whoever's online or whoever's watching afterwards. Hello. I thought I would come on today to give you a few little ideas on how to push past doing the things that you need to do, but you don't want to do them. And I woke up this morning with this because I had this over the weekend. It was like I had so many things to do, but I was just tired from the previous week, and it's like, ugh. So I had to dig deep into my toolbox and go, okay, I need to do these things. How am I going to do it? So I've just jotted down a few things to share with you today. Hi, Gary. Nice to see you. So this is about showing up when we feel like that we don't want to. So the first thing first is identifying the outcome of the goal. So whatever the thing that you're putting off, whether it's a walk, whether it's exercise, whether it's housework, whether it's losing weight, whether it's going to visit someone, whatever it is, it's identifying the outcome of this goal or this thing that you are putting off. And so for me, it's like, ask the whys. Why do you want to accomplish the goal in the first place? And this isn't just about asking why once. This is, so I didn't come up with it, but I read ages ago. So you ask it at least sort of 5 times, because usually when we talk about things, it's just usually surface stuff. So the more we kind of dig deeper as to our why we don't want to do things, we get a little bit deeper. So the question requires a little bit more digging than the surface answer. So answering with any variation of, I want it to be happy, or I want it to make more money, is fine, but there's more to it than that. So identifying the outcome of the goal. So why do you want to be happy? Why do you think this goal will make you happy? This is just an example. Oh, my seat's just gone down. So ask for the real answer. My seat's playing up now. For the real answer, ask why 5 times. So your initial thing might be, I want to lose 10 kilos this year. So why? What is your answer there? For example, because I want to feel in better shape. You ask why. Because I want to feel, I want to live a happy and long life. Why? Because I'm tired of being unhappy. Why? Because I know that I'm capable of better things and a better life than what I'm living right at this moment. So why? So continually asking that question, why are we doing this? Why do you have to do this? Why do you want to do it? We get to the core issue of why it's around anyway. So you finally get to that point of, so what was my example? Because I know I'm capable of a better life than what I'm living now. Like, and if that's not motivation for you to get off your ass and, have a walk around the block, then, obviously your why is not strong enough. So that's the first thing, identifying the outcome of the goal. So for me on the weekend, I had to mow the lawn, and I've got a fairly big backyard. It was like, I just can't be bothered. I need to retain my energy. I need to rest and recoup. But I had been putting it off for quite some time, so I did my whys. And it was like, why? And at the end of the day, I have a gammy shoulder and sore back and neck. And so when I leave the grass too long, I end up at the chiropractor's the next week because I've done, I've hurt myself. So for me, because of the work that I do as well, and I want to be agile and want to be able to move my shoulder, that was that was one of my core why answers, because I don't want to be I don't want to feel pain. Hi, Karen. So yeah, do it when the grass is shorter. That way I can do it without hurting myself. Pretty good reason for me. The second thing you can look at is determine what is holding you back. And for me, it's myself. It's just because I would rather just, after a big week, sit on the couch, have no responsibilities, and just relax and not do anything. But it's got to be bigger than just because I don't feel like it. I can come up with so many. I am like the excuse master. It's too cold outside. It's going to rain. It's too hot outside. My sneakers are dirty. Like, you name it, I can come up with any excuse not to do anything. I'm the biggest procrastinator, and I know it's one of my downfalls, so I do make sure that, I learn to love that side of me and put tools into place so that it doesn't stop me from achieving things. Or I don't have time, or, my body's sore, whatever. So it's finding out those little things, those excuses, that what is holding you back, and see if you can remove any of them. Like, how many are excuses and how many are valid? And this is why, for me, it's really important to know yourself. You know your flaws. You know the shadow side of you, so you can, in that ego, so you can go, that's that. So you're just messing with me. I'm actually going to stand over here in my power and go, no, I'm going to do it. So when you know how you are triggered and how you act and the excuses you come up with, you can then just knock them on the head and go, not today. Does that make sense? I hope so. So things like, if I think it's going to be too hot or too cold, yesterday it looked like it was going to rain all day. But in my head, I just went, look, even if I start it and I have to stop halfway, I'll do the longest grass first, which is usually along the fence line, get that done out of the way. And if it rains, then I can stop. Yeah. So kind of, it's about problem solving. If I don't think I've got time, same sort of thing. It's like, well, I've got to do X, Y, Z, but if I just, if I do 5 minutes, I've done some, I've started some. So you've just got to figure out what's in your way. What are your excuses? And what is legitimate and what is just a pile of crap? Yeah, that you can just push to the side and go, come on, man. We can do this. The third one is decide on the smallest possible step of action. So if you've got something that you're putting off because it just feels massive and you're exhausted and you don't have the energy or the time or whatever, really chunk it down, because it's not just all one thing. Everything has got some steps that can be taken. It doesn't have to be massive. It can just chunk it down, because sometimes we don't want to start something or take the next step because the magnitude of this goal or this thing that we have to do is so massive that we can't think how we're going to get to that finish when we're here. So chunk it down, or we may just get stuck in our own heads and can't get out. So, if you're thinking about losing weight or something like that, it's like, oh my God, I've tried this before, it doesn't work, or I lose it and I put it back on, I'm never going to lose the 10K, or even a kilo, like it's just not working for me. It's chunking it way down and going, okay, well, what's the next thing I'm going to eat? So you can control what you're going to eat. So you might, because I love food, and whenever I'm out shopping and I'm hungry, which is really, really bad, don't ever go shopping hungry. I always think to myself, God, you know, I'd love those salt vinegar chips or whatever. But in my mind, I go, if I don't buy it, I can't eat it. So it's not even about, you know, doing that hard, laborious, you know, exercise if you can't find yourself to get there. It's what are you stacking your fridge with? What are you putting in your pantry? So have those little choices. Or even if you've got crap in your pantry, you can choose what you're going to eat next. So really chunk it down. So for me yesterday, you know, I did chunk it down. So I'll just do the perimeters. I'll get the edges done. If it rains, I can stop. So that was the minimal sort of thing that I'd kind of gone, yeah, that's okay. I can do that. It's not going to take much time. So chunk it down, chunk it down. The next one, the fourth one, put accountability into place. We all have those days when we want those people around us who love and care for us, but who love and care for us enough that they're the ones that are strong enough to pull you up on your shit and kick you in the ass to get stuff done, to stop that procrastination. That you love them enough and you trust them enough that they will go, oi, enough wallowing around the house, get it done. So whatever your goal is, who can help you get there? You know, whether it is trying to lose weight or, you know, training for a marathon or whatever it is, getting some work done, who can you do it with? Like, who can you ring up? And sometimes it's just a matter of, you know, you might not be able to do it together because of distance or time or whatever, but you've got that accountability that you can check in every day or every week or whatever it is in regards to your goal. You can go, okay, yep. So for me, it might be, yep, I've changed my website, I've done blah, 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 blah. And my girlfriend's like, oh my God, I haven't done that yet, but I've done da, 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 da. So when you're working together with a team who's got your back, and you want to have someone there that's going to cheer with you, they're going to encourage you, they're going to inspire you, they're going to make you feel, you know, help to make you feel amazing of those little goals that you achieve. So, yeah, who's going to be there for your accountability? I remember doing something with my son. I wanted to get stronger, and so I'd written up I'd written up a thing for him to sign. So he was going to help me to do it because he was doing stuff at school. So when he got home from school, we would then do it again together. So it was like, it's like a pledge thing. So I wrote down, you know, I'm going to do it this many times a week. Sundays were off, da 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 da. So he signed it, I signed it. I think it lasted for about 6 months. I get very bored with exercise. But there was that accountability. And admittedly, he was probably too young for me to go, get up, yes, eat, and go and do these things. But I had still, you know, I didn't want to let my son down. I didn't want him to think that I'd given up. So I'm quite happy to let myself down. But if anyone else is involved, whether it be friend, family, client, whatever, if someone else is involved, it makes me show up. Because it's like, no, this person, for whatever reason, I need to show up for them. I'm getting better at showing up for myself, but, 45 years, I'm getting there. Know someone who you care about that is doing it too, so do it together. Or someone that's going to ask you about it later. So you've shared that these are your goals, this is what you want to achieve, and tell someone who's actually going to ring you the following week and go, hey, how did you go with that? Did you manage to finish it, or did you get halfway through it, or whatever? But they will encourage you and inspire you. So that's, really nice. The accountability is gold. And the fifth thing is do the work. So you've figured out your whys. Why are you doing this? Why do you have to do it? Why do you want to do it? Whatever the why is. Yeah, the 5 whys. Why? Get to the bottom of it. You've determined what's holding you back. Yeah, those nonsensical excuses or legitimate, I'm sick in bed and can't move. You've identified the smallest possible next step of action. And then you've put some accountability in place. So now all that is left is for you to do the frickin' work. Action creates motivation. And even though it can feel tiring just going, oh, but I don't have the motivation to take the action, do that little bit of action and it creates motivation. And it's so weird because it sounds like it shouldn't work, but it really, really does. And I dare you to try it. You've been set up for success by putting yourself in the best possible situation and environment. But you've got to do the work because you've figured out what's holding you back. You've figured out your whys. You've figured out, the smallest possible action step. Put the accountability into place. Now it's up to you. You lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So you've got to get out and do it. Just take that little bit of action and it creates motivation. And be okay if you don't finish the whole thing. And be okay if you kind of get halfway through and go, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. If it's something that you can push to the side. So basically when it comes down to it, you're the only one that can make it happen. Another little thing that I do is I fast forward myself to the end of the day, and because when I lie in bed, I recount the day and I go, oh, are you going to feel amazing about what you've achieved or not achieved that day? Or are you going to go to bed going, oh my God, that would have taken 10 minutes. I should have just bloody done it. So that for me, I always go, how am I going to feel at the end of the night? Am I going to feel really good or am I going to feel disappointed? And I don't want to feel disappointed. So that's my choice to go, that's not my ultimate feeling. It's the opposite. I want to feel, at peace. So am I going to be peaceful at night or am I going to just do my head in and berate myself for not doing 10 minutes worth of work or whatever it was? So, in that retrospect, that's an accountability that I put myself into that accountability. As it was yesterday, I did the whole freaking lawn, the front and the back and the edges and all that sort of stuff. And I went to bed, I was exhausted. But at the end of the day, I was like, oh my God, I've done it. Now I don't have to do it for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. It's like, yes, winner. And it just started with me going, I'm just going to do the edges. That's all I can do. But I put my Walkman, I put my music on, listening to Harry Styles because he's got a new single out and I love it. And whatever motivates you, it's like, yeah, I'm walking, doing the lawn, listening to Harry. He's like juicing me up. It was great. So, you've got to figure out how you work. You've got to figure out how you get in your own way. You've got to figure out how to get out of your own way. And so, hopefully that has helped you with any times that you've got procrastination going on or, you just can't be bothered. And look, I just want to say too, if you are absolutely spent and you are exhausted, I mean, your mental health, your physical health, emotional health is really, really important too. So this is not telling you just to go. Absolutely not. Because then you'll burn in a pile and be useless to yourself and everyone else. So be honest with yourself. Don't use yourself as an excuse. You're using yourself as a check-in to go, okay, yeah, all right, well, I can do this, or no, I'm actually really shattered and I just need to spend today in bed reading a book with the fire on, or whatever. Because there's that beautiful harmony within us that's got to, we've got to look after ourselves at the end of the day as well. Thanks, Kerry. So yes, I hope that has helped. So one, identify the outcome of the goal, determine what's holding you back, decide on the smallest possible step of action, put accountability into place, and then do the work. So have an amazing week, and yes, do what's right for you, Miss Ev. Have an amazing week. Try out those things. You know, if you're feeling a bit, I can't be bothered, not I'm absolutely spent, I need to rest, listening to your own inner dialogue, and put these things into practice. Even if it's just that action creates motivation. I love that. I had a couple of mentors of mine a few years ago put that out there, and I just went, oh my God, and it totally works. So look after yourselves in all ways, and yeah, get some stuff done today or this week. Hello, Kat. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.